Cox with DiscoverWoodward.com and Keller Williams Real Estate Elite here in Woodward, Oklahoma. And we are here at JW's Nursery.
First off, tell us about you. What made you get started with JW's Nursery? How long have you been JW's Nursery? Who are you? All that.
I'm Jason Kovalt. I have lived here all of my life except for when I went to college at Oklahoma State University. And we acquired the nursery the fall of '89, September 1st of '89. So this is my 31st year in the business. And my dad built a greenhouse for me when I was in high school in our backyard. And his requirement was that I had to grow him tomatoes if he was going to build me a greenhouse. So I did that, and then my mother's mom, my grandmother, she always had a greenhouse, and she raised African violets and cacti, probably the opposite ends of the spectrum as far as plant material. And then had a large garden, had very little yard that she mowed, mostly a yard that she grew her own food, basically. So every time I went down there, I came home with some kind of a plant. So that's how my interest got started.
So tell me, what kind of goes into that planting stage? So my yard is, it's bad. It's really bad. So just plain, terrible. It's terrible. You'd be like, oh my gosh, where do I begin? But how do you begin? I mean, tell me what kind of questions you'd ask me to help me to know what I wanted to do.
I sit down with the customer and just ask them what they are thinking in their mind. Sometimes they have pictures of what they want, and I just go through what their family needs are for the yard, what kind of maintenance. Most everyone says low maintenance, and it's like, that's going to be mostly artificial and concrete.
Perfect.
But anyway, so I do sketches, and then I go back to them, and we go over it and talk about everything I've got drawn on paper. And then if there are changes that need to be made or something they're not crazy about, I'll go back and do more drawing until we get it how they want it.
One of the things I think is really cool about your business is your seasonal decor. I hope I'm saying that right, because really this is so out of my life.
Right.
I am not a decorator at all. It's really a joke. Things don't look right in my house. But I know, so Halloween is a big deal for your family.
Yes.
And the other thing that always sticks out in my mind is JW's Christmas displays. So tell us a little bit about your seasonal decorations.
Fall is a big one. Fall and Halloween, and this year, hopefully, I am going to have pumpkins and gourds because they are growing all over. We're just not sure exactly what we got planted. But anyway, we do have gourds and pumpkins growing, and I have a really good metal, it's outdoor metal, basically, called Round Top. And that's always been a big seller for me. Really cute, long-lasting metal pumpkins and witches and all kinds of stuff. And my mom was always a big holiday person. We always celebrated pretty much every holiday, so that's a big deal. And then Christmas, I just love that because I like for people to come into my store and go, wow. I don't like for them to go, this is pretty, this is nice. I want them to kind of go, wow, I've never thought about that. So that's my whole drive. Anyway, we do all that, put it up, take it down, and store it in some cases for people who don't even want to mess with their lights and all that stuff. So.
That's a service that I didn't recognize that you provided, that you'll put up my exterior lights. So last couple of years, my kids are like, they're young adults, really. I probably got my son to it, but I guess I don't trust him. So, Mom, why aren't we putting up lights? I'm like, I'm not putting up lights. And it never occurred to me I could call you and be like, hey, you put up some lights. So that's a service I didn't even know that you provided. And I know we've had sellers asking for that too. So I love to be able to share that contact with our sellers. And one of the things I also didn't understand that you did, I did not realize before that you did come. You will come to my house and make my tree beautiful. So I can have my hodgepodge homespun Christmas tree with all my little kids' homemade ornaments, but I can also have my perfect tree that Jason Govalt makes beautiful. So people will be like, wow, look what you did. And I'll be like, yeah.
That is right. And we won't tell.
Well, good, I might tell. You could probably put a card on my tree because people know it wasn't me.
No, I would say people have gotten away from just flower beds up against the house a lot. I mean, they've started softening the landscape, doing more flower bed than yard, maybe sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this year, people are growing vegetable gardens like
Right.
they've never done before.
That's true, isn't
So,
it?
yeah. We do the peppers and the tomatoes for sure from seed, and we have those always planted and started. And then as the spring progresses, we also do the okra and squashes and cucumbers and that kind of plant starters.
Sure.
We also have bulk seed, which a lot of people don't realize. So you can buy an amount. The smallest amount is about, I think it's $1, and it's a larger cup than you get in any packaged seed
Sure.
you ever buy.
Mhm.
So, and then we've had a lot of people say, we bought seed from this place and this place, and yours are the only ones that are coming up like 95%.
Wow.
So that's been a good thing.
All right, so tell us how would people reach you? Tell us our location. Help us to help Woodward to know how to get to you.
We are at 2224 8th Street. That number is nowhere on my building. But
There's a bus.
yes, there is an old black delivery bus sitting out front. And where 8th Street merges into 9th Street, or the highway right at Taco Mayo and Arby's in Woodward, that is where I am, just east.
There's some plants there.
Yes. There's a park just south of the post office, and I am kind of right behind that, a long cedar building. So you can come by here, or you can give us a call at 580-256-1324. You can message me on Facebook. And I do usually get to those. If I don't, my wife lets me know that there are questions on Facebook that I need to answer. And you can email me.
But maybe you shouldn't.
But my email address is all lowercase letters, and I did talk with Carrick via email, so I'm real proud about that. But my email address is all lowercase letters, jwsnursery@sbcglobal.net.
Awesome. We appreciate you so much. We appreciate that you that you're a Woodward native, you're homegrown, and you came back. We appreciate that you have a wonderful business and that you have things here, so I don't have to leave town to go shopping and get what I need. And so thank you so much. And we know that you're busy. Thank you for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.